This is a Dragon Blazer production, and I am the little boogeyman.
All right.
This is the Boomer and Blaze Show. I am Boomer.
And I'm Blaze.
We are back after a little layoff. I had so much responsibility. Was it funny? I didn't like it.
I threatened to come down to where he lives and attack his workplace employees if they didn't stop calling off or taking vacations or whatever excuse they have.
My owner and his wife took a cruise, which was well earned because the man doesn't only own a restaurant; he has an actual full-time job.
Worst cruise ever.
And he never takes trips. When he takes trips, it's usually for business. So he left me and the other manager in charge.
I'm going to give him a trip.
Yeah, left us in charge of the restaurant, and yeah, it was a lot. But hey, I got hush money for it, so.
Hush money.
All right. Not really, but I did get a bonus for it, so you have to do what you got to do. That adult life sucks, but it's fine. We're back now, though. We are back now.
Yes,
that's what matters.
That's what matters. But I've been lonely for 2 weeks.
I've been missing you. All right, well, before we have our fun and all that stuff, let's start off sad. We should have figured it was 2 weeks. We're going to have something, right? So we did have one.
I think I know where this is going.
Yes, the passing of one Diane Keaton.
I heard about this while I was at work, and I have 2 coworkers that are younger than me. Let's just say that.
He's got 100 coworkers younger than him.
Not necessarily true, but the ones that I work with at night, most of them are younger than me. Except for one is about my age. Anyways, I was like, oh no, Diane Keaton. I'm sorry. Spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's who we're going with.
Yes, we're talking about Diane Keaton. Yes.
Diane Keaton passed away. And then they're like, I don't know that. What is she
Immediately
from?
They're like, who's that?
Yeah. Who's that? And then I'm like, wait a minute. I cannot think of one Diane Keaton movie. So I had to IMDb it. And I'm like, oh shit, she was in Godfather. Like, oh, okay, we know who she is.
Yes,
I've only seen the first Godfather and only once. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't my cup of tea. Not that it was bad. It was just, I don't know. It was good. It was a good movie.
What's funny is I don't even think that's where I remember it the most from. A lot of people probably wouldn't even say that, but the thing is, and here we'll get some ladies mad. We only have 5 female listeners, but the truth is, most of her movies were chick flicks, so I didn't see a lot of them. She wasn't all the Godfathers, but most of her movies, and she has a real famous one with Jack Nicholson, but I can't remember what it was called. But
she was one of those people that you just saw them on trailers all the time for those chick flicks, you saw. So I think that's where I'm mostly familiar with her is trailers for movies I've never seen.
we do have a graphic for her though, but he's rusty.
Oh, I am so sorry. It has been 2 weeks. Blame your boss.
There we go. But yeah, Diane Keaton. So somebody I wasn't, and at least this is just, they're always sad. Don't get me wrong, but this was just natural causes. Old age, nothing.
A nice change of pace these days.
Yes, we don't need any shitty. No deaths are good, but it's much better when it's just because it happens and not anything else crazy. I slack at my job here. Here we go. I was trying to pull up some. Here we go. Okay, she wasn't Father of the Bride, which I saw that at least once because it was a.
Oh yeah, I've seen her in that too.
But a lot of these, it's like First Wives Club, Book Club.
Nope.
But man, I'm an idiot. Now, I never watched this, but I would guess one of her most popular movies was probably Baby Boom from 1987. I guess I didn't realize that was Diane Keaton. I've never seen it. But
I know another one was Annie Oakley, but I've never seen that either.
Both Father of the Brides, Manhattan, but yeah, it was just a lot of chick flicks.
Yeah.
But still.
I guess I just know her by name more than I know her by reputation.
Exactly. I mean, I know who she is, but as far as seeing her in a bunch of movies, probably not. But yeah, it's fine. Rest in peace, anyways. Or I guess you should take that.
Okay,
yep.
well,
you have something to say, right?
So, yeah, no, I mean, like I just told you.
It's just Rusty again, though. I said rest in peace, but I said you should take that because you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's been.
Rusty.
Damn your boss. But rest in peace, Diane Keaton.
It's fine. You know what? Let's do what we do and we'll be all right.
I'm so sorry.
You know what time it is now, though. You're not too rusty for this, right?
What time is it?
We're going to fake it till we make it, kids. It's fine.
Fuck your boss for having a life and going
it's
on
fine,
a cruise.
But you know what? We're going to be okay because we're on bullshit corner.
And now I'm hoping that your boss doesn't listen to the podcast.
I'm sure he does not.
I am just bitching.
He'd be like, what's a podcast? No. Anyway. But we're doing our bullshit corner. And today's main event's one of our favorite pay-per-views of Survivor Series. And I've cheated a little, and there are Survivor Series matches on the Survivor
Woohoo!
So, yes, see? So things are turning around already. And it's October, and we're just going to kick it off with some spooky shit.
Spooky skeleton.
There was a survey done, and they have named the number one scariest horror movie character, however you want to put it, and the winner, none other than Freddy Krueger. And there we go, scariest horror film character ever. Now, a couple years ago, you and I discussed our favorite slasher. Might have been 2 years ago, but whatever. And we picked Chucky as our favorite.
Well, Chucky, okay.
But with this, I totally agree with this. And I might have mentioned this on this show before. To me, Freddy is the scariest one. And the reason is everyone has to fucking sleep. That's what makes him the scariest. If you don't want to fuck with Jason, you don't go to Camp Crystal Lake. If you don't want to
Manhattan
do Michael Myers, stay out of Haddonfield. You know what I mean? Like, stay away from Texas if you don't want to deal with Leatherface, but you have to fucking sleep. And to me, that's what always made Freddy the scariest character, in my opinion.
So here's the thing. I also agree because Chucky is a personal preference. But I don't look at Chucky and think, man, I'm terrified of that doll. Now, there are people that are afraid of dolls. So, he might be the scariest.
Actually, in reality, when I watch those movies, I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you people? Chucky's like 3 foot tall and he's a doll. Let's be real. You could probably take Chucky. I'm just saying. But
I like
he's
Chucky.
Fun to watch.
I like Chucky the most because he's fun to watch and he's funny. I love Brad Dourif as the voice. Yes. I also love Robert Englund. In fact, Freddy Krueger might be probably my second favorite. He's also not a guy in a mask, which makes him unique in this group. Yes. Obviously, Chucky's also unique because he's a doll. He doesn't wear a mask either.
The voice too.
In the voice.
But yeah, because we know by them trying that, like, the difference with Freddy and a lot of them is you can't replace Robert Englund.
He's also a pedophile that attacks you in your dreams. So, I mean, if pedophiles aren't the most scary thing in the world,
let's not have that conversation, though, because that was my biggest bitch about the remake. Like, we just teased the pedophile thing in the original ones, but in the remake they were just.
But it was legit.
Get some ice cream. Like,
no, it was legit though, and what they did with the remake is they tried to make it more like, because let's face it, as much as we love Nightmare on Elm Street, they are more campy. They are campy, and I enjoy, and I loved it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but my point is I love the originals more.
Yeah.
But I respected what the remake tried to do. They, instead of trying to make a shot-for-shot remake of the original series, they did try to change the tone a little bit.
Yeah,
because legit, Freddy Krueger was a pedophile. That's why they burned him alive.
I think we talked about before, too, that my other issue was, and it's nothing against the actor, but it was the wrong actor. Freddy was like 5 feet tall. The makeup was horrible. I mean, it wasn't my favorite. I own it, but it wasn't my favorite. And again, nothing against him as an actor, but he wasn't the right Freddy. Like, you watch these scenes, and these kids are like 6'5", and here's Freddy down here, like, like this, and the makeup. And I get it though; they tried to go with a darker tone. It just wasn't my.
No, I didn't hate the remake. It's don't get me wrong, but they did the same thing kind of with New Nightmare, where they tried to go with a more darker and more.
But that was cool though. I liked that one. That's the one where he actually became real or whatever, right?
Yes, yeah,
yes. I like that one though. Yeah, like Robert Englund was playing himself, and Freddy became a real thing. Yeah, that was cool.
But saying all this, and then like I said, it makes sense that the number one scariest horror movie is a pedophile. But even Freddy Krueger says, "Release the Epstein files."
Yeah, that's right. Damn right he does. That shit.
He's like, release the Epstein files, bitch.
There is actually and you know what? Maybe it is October. Maybe next week I'll grab a couple more of them because they actually did. I think it's a top 10, and Freddy was number 1.
I would like to see what
they've slowly been releasing them all, so I'll have to go back and check and see. But this was number 1, Freddy Krueger, and I don't disagree. But we get to go right into some more spooky news as we are officially getting a new Friday the 13th movie, and an interesting person is being considered for Jason Voorhees, but I think it'd work, and it's wrestling related.
Ooh.
Braun Strowman is the front runner to play Jason Voorhees in the new Friday the 13th.
Okay, here's my thing, and I'm sorry if this is petty bitching. He's got to shave the beard.
He would have to. That's not petty bitching.
I for some reason don't think Jason Voorhees works.
I don't even know if you're like that anymore. Anyway, this is the photo that I found, on the internet. He may not even have a beard anymore, but absolutely he'd have to shave it. But could he do it? Sure, but let's remember it's not just all about being big. I think Jason would be one of the hardest to play actually, because it's all about your movements and shit. Like you don't get to talk. It's literally about the way you walk, the way you move. Kane Hodder.
It's kind of like how great good old Samoa Joe's doing as and Twisted Sweet Tooth.
We know. I don't know what to do with my hands.
He's doing a great job. Like his mannerisms are fantastic, and of course, the voice is amazing too, which isn't Samoa Joe, but which I'm drawing a blank on who it is, but he's a pretty famous actor. He's a very famous actor.
He hosts Lego Masters.
Yeah.
We know who he is, but we suck. I can't even picture his face. But anyway, yeah. So there we go. Possible new Jason Voorhees. By the way, this isn't the only horror.
Will Arnett. I think it's Will
Arnett. You got it. Congratulations. Yeah, tell him what he's won, Johnny. Oh, apparently you've won nothing.
Nothing. I forgot.
You get to do a show with me today. That's your prize.
That is a good prize.
There you go. So there you go. And speaking of horror, I've also read that Blumhouse, who has brought us a lot of good horror.
Yeah, they have. I like Blumhouse.
They have acquired the rights to Saw.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
It is interesting. I'm interested if they're going to, continue with it. Is it going to be a reboot, a remake, a redo, or a continuation? It could be interesting. I'm excited for this too. And speaking of Jason, the new series Come to the Cock might make me keep a hold of Peacock because the Camp Crystal Lake show is coming.
Oh yeah, I do plan on watching that.
So I might have to hold on to my cock a little longer.
I have been planning on watching the Scream series too, but that hasn't come out yet. And I believe the Crystal Lake, doesn't that have what's her name who played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies?
Yes, she has been cast in that.
She's the one that was casted in that.
She's going to be Jason's mom, Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So, all right. Well, moving on from horror to some superhero stuff. When I saw this story, I had to look it up to make sure this was legit, and I fucking love this right here. Christian Bale has spent many years and a lot of money quietly, 16 years and $22 million to build a foster village in California to keep siblings together.
Aww.
This is real life, and he's never once came out to say, "Look what I'm doing, Like I love this man.
He's fucking real life Batman.
He is. He's a real life superhero. This is beautiful. This is
essentially the Batman that some people complain, which he does do this stuff, and people try to complain. Well, maybe Batman should use his money to actually help the poor. Batman wholly does use his money to help the poor all the fucking time. But
Damn
people
right
don't read that part of the story. They read the punchy.
Right. Exactly.
Which I love the punchy too.
This is very cool, and the fact to me that this story hasn't, broke for 16 years shows you that he wasn't doing it for any other reason besides doing it for the right reasons. This wasn't for publicity. This wasn't for, look at me, I'm Christian Bale. Look what I'm doing with my money. But
was this done after he yelled at that guy? Like, is this like, oh shit?
Well, you'd have to Google it. Did it happen more than 16 years ago? I don't know. He started doing it 16 years ago, so
I will look it up.
I'm not sure, but it's cool. This is more. These are more of the stories we need in this shitty world right here.
Yeah, right.
Good stuff like this instead of all this negativity that we get fed all the time.
I don't know. He does shit like this, and now I'm kind of wondering, like, what the hell did the cameraman do to piss off Bale? Like, maybe it is not Bale, like, going nuts or being a little aggressive. Maybe the cameraman was legit being a douchebag. and unfortunately, Bale's the one that got recorded for it,
Yeah, exactly. Shit happens. Don't we all get mad there again? That's just part of being a celebrity. Yeah, we all get mad.
I actually misspelled Bale with bake, so now they're AI is telling me something about the British Bake Off.
Be careful playing on that AI while we're on the air.
Okay, so it was 2008 that he was filming Terminator Salvation, and it was 2009. Oh my God, this is almost exactly 16 years.
So he felt so bad about that incident, he started doing this. See,
it's a redemption story. 16 years.
Oh, shit. The incident out of my head.
I shouldn't yell at cameramen. I gotta go buy a village for fucking Foster's people. Foster the people.
Way to go, Batman. That's a Bane congratulating him. I'm going to get you, Batman.
He was also Batman like around this time too, wasn't he? Wasn't 2008 when Dark Knight came out?
Was like Batman Begins was that was
2005.
So he
Batman Begins was 2005. 2008, I believe, is when Dark Knight came out.
This is Batman then. That's legit. He was doing this shit as Batman.
Yeah.
So there you go. But we're gonna move on to another one that I haven't been to a concert in a long time, man. But I think this next story, this shit's gonna sell out all over the world, and I fucking love it. In honor of the anniversary of the movie, John C. Reilly is going on tour as Dewey fucking Cox. Sign me up.
I like.
I don't know how long it's been since you've seen Walk Hard, but man,
it's been a while. But when I go to karaoke with my friends, sometimes we like to sing. We sing "Duet." Let's do it. Yeah.
Yes.
We love singing "Let's Do It."
The greatest song from that soundtrack.
In ways that make us feel good.
It's one of the simplest, dirtiest songs I've ever heard.
It's so good. It is such a good comedy song. I love it. And the entire song is sung as straight as possible, considering what it is.
Yeah.
Like
talking about the back door. And
yeah. You can come in my back door.
It is on my Amazon playlist.
Oh, and mine too. It's on my playlist. 100%.
Yeah, this is cool. I think this is cool. I don't think he ever did this when the first movie came out. I don't think he, not on like a full-on tour. He may have played a few places as the character, but this is going to be an all-out, like, full-on tour as Dewey Cox.
Can you go ahead and send that to me on the that graphic right there on the old Facebook?
Yes.
I got to send this to my friend who I used to sing "Let's Duet" with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And maybe he'll be close. Maybe he'll come around, because that's one I would see if it's not $3 million.
Right.
Adam Sandler's coming to Columbus, and I think if I sold a kidney, I could probably get some seats. And this is a whole nother thing I didn't make a graphic for. I'm kind of joking, but did you see that there's like all this stuff's coming out? Like Ticketmaster is getting heat from artists because apparently they're fucking robbing us and have been for years.
Oh.
Apparently Ticketmaster is jacking up tickets like way higher than the artists, prefer, and blah, blah, blah. That's a whole other story. We won't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go. Dewey Cox on tour. How about that? Now we're going to move on to some NFL news. I'm not sad about this, but we're still not in the best place. But we have a new Bengal who made his debut weekend. Joe Flacco is our new quarterback.
Joe Flacco. I'm actually very excited and happy about this.
Yeah, I am not upset about this at all. I am slightly upset that I read that basically the Bengals called every fucking team in the NFL about a quarterback except the New York Giants, who have 87 quarterbacks. Like, I know the Browns got 50, but they didn't even try to get Jameson Winston or anybody. But I'm okay with Flacco. I'm fine with Flacco. I have no problem with it. And we did lose the game, but Flacco, especially in the end, in the fourth quarter, looked good.
Yeah, he definitely, you could definitely tell that he was a guy who literally just showed up in like 3 weeks or 3 days.
And literally started.
And he started, but here's the thing I liked, okay? Of course I would have liked to win, but we were in that game. He fought hard in the second half, and then no interceptions, no fumbles. Yeah. He protected the ball, and we were in that game.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason I like it, I'm not saying I was ever, I don't hate Joe Flacco. I'm not saying I can't sit here and say I was a lifelong fan, but what I like is Joe just wants to still play. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And even though he did come out and say he was a little upset about the Browns letting him go, the man just wants to play. So he's like, fuck it, I'm a Bengal now. Let's do this. Let's do what I do. He's very professional, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, there's no drama with him. He's not a prima donna. He's just a football player that still loves to play football and is happy to be on that field. So he's a solid, good choice. And we didn't really pay anything for him in the end of the day. I mean, we gave him a pick, got another pick. We didn't have to sell the farm to do it. So I'm just shocked Brown did something.
Right.
How about that?
No, I'm shocked too. And it took him like 3 really bad games from Browning to finally do it. But I think, like, before I had no hope that we were beating the Packers.
I had zero interest.
And I had no hope in beating the Steelers. Now I think we could beat the Steelers if our defense comes to play like they did in the first half, because they were working hard in the first half. And I feel bad that, they seem to get gassed because of the short, they keep getting thrown on the field while the offense is like, 3 and out.
Like, I'm not trying to shit on that poor kid Browning, but I had no hope at all. Like, I had zero interest in watching Bengals games, and I'm a loyal Bengals fan.
Yeah, usually, I came close to stopping myself.
To the point where I'm like, I don't really need to watch this train wreck. Like,
exactly.
I think it was a good, solid move, and I am not upset about it at all.
Yeah,
so we have a chance to win any game now, in my opinion.
Be one of the few times that we get on here and don't bitch.
The Bengals did a logical thing. We all know what the hope is. The hope is Flacco keeps us in the race and can slide us in the playoffs, and that Burrow will be able to come back by then. I'm not even upset though if Burrow can't go back. We still have a good chance. But if we go to the playoffs and have to have Flacco, what's wrong with that? I'm still
plus
too. Like, I mean,
yeah. Plus side is the rough part of our schedule. Now obviously we're going to play the Steelers every year, but now the schedule gets a little bit easier. Not easy, but
and it's a win-win because, I guess, kind of like I said, if Burrow can't come back right away, and as long as Flacco stays healthy, we're still in a good spot. So, but they got to address this in the offseason. We have to have a backup quarterback. They got to be realistic. Like, I love Burrow, but the injuries happen. Like, we needed a legit backup, not draft a rookie. We need a good backup. We got one right now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to some more NFL news. The Super Bowl halftime show has been announced. It's Mr. Bad Bunny, which I have no problem with, but
some do.
Okay.
We are familiar with Bad Bunny because of wrestling. Like, I didn't know who the hell he was until he wrestled at WrestleMania.
Just going to try to make this short and sweet. We try to avoid politics on the show. We really do. but I can't hold it.
I gave up on that with the Epstein file joke.
Yeah. I can't hold back on this. I can't because someone that under the administration of our president, Mr. Trump, the head of ICE, said he's sending ICE to the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny is a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, he's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is part of it. I saw a clip with a journalist that brought this up, and she didn't realize that Puerto Rico was part of America, and she thought Bad Bunny wasn't a citizen.
He's straight up American.
He's a fucking American, okay? Just because he sings in Puerto Rican. I don't know any of his music. I only know the guy because he wrestled once, and I'm going to be honest.
I don't know his. I know he's hugely popular, but I only know of him because of WrestleMania. I know his name. I literally think he's in the games. I can't remember, but I think that's just London
like we're
Paul.
Gonna send ICE. What is going? We could just go down the whole list of people who performed at the Super Bowl that weren't American or U.S. citizens.
Have you heard the other thing about all this?
Well, I know Trump tried to say he didn't know who he was.
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about. Turning Point is talking about making a American Super Bowl halftime show to go on, and I'm just like, wow.
We have an American performing.
It will be a bunch of dumb white rednecks, and then probably one token black person.
I like that one of Bad Bunny's responses was okay, I'd have to do the math for how long the Super Bowl is away, but however many months away it is, he was like, you have this many months to learn Spanish.
Oh yeah. So that's the other place I know Bad Bunny in is from
that line right there.
Saturday Night Live, which I liked his first appearance way better than this last. Unfortunately, this last appearance, the episode was a little weak.
Yeah.
But
like I said, the ignorance to me about, come on, man. You two performed at the Super Bowl. They're not citizens. They're not U.S. citizens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of people. Shakira.
There's a ton you could name that were not citizens that performed.
Shakira wasn't either.
And you know what? He's not my cup of tea. But if you look up on Spotify, go ahead and check that Spotify list and see who gets the most plays. Like he's number one.
Oh, he's freaking huge. I know.
I don't even know one of his songs, but he's huge. That's what you do. It's not about personal taste. If we got our way, Weird Al would be there.
100%.
I don't know what do we have to do to make this happen? We need a worldwide petition. Like I don't understand what's wrong with the NFL. I know we do it. What the fuck? What do we? This is what the people want. Give us what we want.
I mean, Bad Bunny's name is about as silly as Weird Al.
Oh yeah, I just thought it was funny that people had to complain about this too.
I know. I've been seeing a crap load. Like I said, Turning Point, wanting to do a halftime show. Like, how fragile is your ego that you're upset about a 15-minute performance at the Super Bowl? Like, and you know the reason they don't like him, right? It's not just. I'm sure that the fact that he speaks in Spanish.
Let me guess. Is it a political reason?
Yeah, so he made comments before this all happened that he does not want to tour in America because he doesn't want ICE agents attacking his fans.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to put his fans in danger.
Which is why
with ICE.
And that's why the response from them was, we're sending ICE to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's literally concerned about his fans, and people are like, you're not American!
You know what? There's going to be the only ice I want to see at the Super Bowl is vanilla ice. Ice. We could do that. What's up with that too? A 90s halftime show? Come on.
You know what? The ice I want to see is in my Mountain Dew cup. That's the only ice I want to see at the Super Bowl is in my Mountain Dew cup. I don't want to see vanilla ice.
$20 for that fucking cup of ice, just so you're prepared.
Yeah, right. That's cool. That's fine because I don't have the money to go to the Super Bowl either. So
fuck no. If I had that kind of money, I don't know if I'd spend it on the Super Bowl. I just have my house would look like a toy store.
If the Bengals were in the Super Bowl, yes, I would 100%.
There goes that
if I had that money and the Bengals were in the Super Bowl, yes, I would.
Just to go to a Super Bowl.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, life finds a way. All right. Well,
I don't know. I still would like to go. Just like I would love to go to WrestleMania. But, we don't have that hush money yet. Wink, wink, wink.
Well, it's like when I looked at SummerSlam when it was in Cleveland, the only ticket I could have realistically afforded was way up top. And I'm like, I don't want to go watch ants wrestle. If I got to watch them on a screen, I can do it at home. I mean, it would still be cool to say you've been there, but being up that high, it would be no reason like you're just watching it on the screen. So, all right, well, let's move on. Let's talk some wrestling. Wrestling news.
Oh, yeah. We talk about wrestling?
Well, we do sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we do.
And sometimes that's okay.
And we can't cover everything that's happened. A lot's happened. We can't cover everything that's happened. But one thing we can cover is we have some new double tag champs. At the last NXT pay-per-view, the Hardys took on Dark State title versus title, and the Hardys won. So the Hardys are now the TNA and the NXT tag team champions. How about that? Hardy 2 belts.
Hardy 2 belts.
And a side note, I did not make a graphic for it, but over the weekend, TNA had a Bound for Glory pay-per-view, and the Hardys had their last match with the Dudleys, the one last match, the tables match for all the titles.
And then the Hardys give them, or not the Hardys, but the Dudleys gave their boots.
Jeff did the fucking swanton and the Devon through a table. Like, some people bitched about the end, and I saw the clip. I thought it was poetic. Bubba was in the ring all by himself. Devon was out, gone. So Bubba's in there by himself. There's a table behind him. Both Hardys have a chair, and they look like they're getting ready to hit Bubba. And he basically did the, I know it's over, and sacrificed himself. Like, he was just like, fuck it, just do it. So they dropped the chairs and put him through the table. And some people were like, that was a weak finish. I'm like, that was fucking poetic. He was saying, I know I'm defeated. Why should I take a bunch of chair shots and try to fight when I know it's over? Like, I thought
that's interesting storytelling.
Exactly.
People just want violence.
It was their last match, so it was, to me, made total sense. He was just like, and the Hardys didn't really want to do it. So you have the Hardys there with the chairs, like, we don't want to do this, and Bubba's just like,
that's good storytelling.
Yeah, it was
fuck you, ending. Fans.
Yeah,
that's good story. Like, for the last match of the Dudleys,
the Hardys dropped the chairs, and they both went up and picked them up and put them through the table together.
Yeah.
It was poetic. That's fucking wrestling, people. That's storytelling. Oh, that made the Dudleys look weak. No, it didn't. It didn't make them look weak. It was the perfect ending, especially. And the Hardys had no idea, by the way. The Dudleys never said this would be their last match. Of course, Devon hasn't been wrestling regularly for years. But Bubba has been. And the Hardys didn't even know it was going to be their last match. They didn't know they were going to hand them their boots. They had no idea. So, and I don't know if you saw the clip, but Spike showed up too. He didn't get involved in the match, but Spike Dudley came out with the Dudley Boys. So that was cool too.
I probably would have cried if I watched it. That sounds beautiful. Yeah. It kind of like you don't see very many beautiful.
It's a beautiful ending that you'll love, just like I did. You'll have to look it up, see if you can find it. It was a good moment, especially not even knowing that was going to be the end. So, and by the way, the Hardys won another set of tag titles over the weekend, so they have 3 sets now. So they're trying to go out with a bang, for sure.
For sure.
So there you go. All right, well, we'll do a little talking about, even though we couldn't watch the whole thing, we'll talk about Crown Jewel in Australia a little bit here. I didn't get to watch any of it.
I don't have access.
But I know it was unanimous that the match of the night was John Cena versus AJ Styles. AJ came out in his old TNA gear. It was the gear he wore in his very first TNA pay-per-view. The same gear he wore in his very first X Division title, and it was the same gear that he wore when he was on the cover of a wrestling magazine with John Cena. It was one of those old magazines back in the day that covered both, WWE. They covered everybody, so they put John Cena and AJ on this cover one time together. So he wore this throwback gear, and they both did a bunch of tributes. And I never thought, it was not on my bingo card, that I would see John Cena tombstone fucking AJ Styles in a match, but it happened. That wasn't the only one he hit, but he tombstoned AJ and then put him in an F5, and that's how he ended it. Tombstone into an F5, match over.
Yeah.
So AJ did a super kick, some sweet chin music. Cena did an accolade. He did a skull crushing finale. Like, There's a bunch of tributes, and again, some people bitched. And I'm like, again, this is story. We know this is Cena's retirement tour. That's the story of the match. AJ and Cena's had some hellacious matches in their careers together, and it was just a match. That's what it was for fun. The crowd loved it. I'm just saying, some of those basement people that are on the keyboards, at home to bitch about stuff, like, what was this? It didn't even have a story. Yes, it did. Any match from now until the end, which is almost here, is it's his retirement tour. That is the fucking story. What is wrong with people? And AJ, by the way, announced that 2026 will be his last year. He officially announced he's retiring. So, yeah. So other than that, I know that Seth beat Cody. Stephanie beat Tiffany. I don't know who won the women's tag match they had. It was Mommy and somebody. We don't have access, people, so the new stuff, you're not going to get as detailed reviews. Sorry. This ESPN just...
I thought of a terrible joke a little too late.
Oh.
You were just talking about AJ's retirement?
Yeah.
He's going to walk off into the flat earth sunset. Sorry. Continue.
So
sorry, I'm in the process of trying to find this the Dudley's thing.
I have something interesting just for you. I got a stat. You're a stat guy. With John Cena's win at Crown Jewel, he now has 100 pay-per-view wins. That makes him second on the list. Do you know which star has the most pay-per-view wins of all time?
Second on the list. I'm sorry, say that again.
John Cena is number 2 on the list of the most pay-per-view wins ever. Who do you think's number 1? This is all time in WWE.
All time, shit. Let's see. Right now, where I'm at, the answer would be Bret Hart. However, he leaves the business pretty soon, and it doesn't continue. John Cena wrestled for 20 years. Part of me wants to say The Undertaker because of his undefeated streak at WrestleMania, but I don't think Undertaker...
You are correct.
Is it Undertaker?
It is Undertaker. Undertaker has 107 pay-per-view wins.
Oh, wow. I wasn't sure because I know Undertaker wrestled a lot, but then there was a lot of times where Undertaker just wasn't on pay-per-views.
Yeah. But you think about it, the streak alone gives him, 21 wins? Is that how far he went, or 22? It's WrestleMania. But yeah, Undertaker is number 1 with 107. Cena can't beat that because he's only got 4 more dates.
Oh, wow. I can't believe I got it right. Look at me go.
Congratulations. And you actually can throw up the next graphic because we know it's official now that John Cena's last match is going to be that Saturday night's main event in Washington. There's those fans online that are like, oh my gosh, he's got the belt on in the picture. Are they going to put it back on him? Like, calm down. That's just a picture of Cena from Vegas Mania. Like, calm down. But that is officially his last match. He has 4 dates left. 2 of them were Raws, but it doesn't say if they're just appearances or if he'll actually wrestle. He has 2 Raws left, and then Survivor Series.
We're so close.
Saturday night's main event. So he'll be at Raw in Boston. He'll be at Raw at Madison Square Garden, Survivor Series, and then main event. It still blows my mind that this is going to be on main event, but the fact that it's not on NBC, it's a business thing, right? A lot more people may buy Peacock if they don't have it because they're going to want to see John Cena's last match. There's all sorts of rumors of the celebrities will be there. There's even a rumor our president may be at this show.
With ice?
Yes. Ice, baby.
In his cup, I hope.
Some of the rumors, though, I'm still hearing the front runner is Gunther. The fans really want Edge. Never say never. They did write Edge off AEW TV, but it's not because his contract's up. It's because he's going to film. They renewed Percy Jackson, his series.
I watched the first season. It was pretty good. He plays a god. I think he plays Ares, the god of war.
Yeah. Never say never. My logical side still thinks it may be Gunther. Now there's a rumor they're considering Seth. I don't know why you would do Seth. Nothing against Seth, but I would think it's going to be another.
I'd like it either an up-and-comer or I'd like someone who John Cena has a personal, relationship feud type.
Well, actually, I don't think I think it gets forgot because of everybody he's faced, but Cena and Edge had a you got to remember Edge cashed in the first ever Money in the Bank.
No. I'm fine with
Edge would be great.
Edge would be fine for history wise.
Maybe is it possible with TKO there and not Vince? Like, because you could do a one-off. You don't have to let Edge go. You could make a deal. It's happened once. Back in 2012, WWE let TNA use Christian, and I forget who. I think they used Kurt once, or Booker T or somebody that had already left. They did a trade one time in 2012. So it's not impossible. You could just let them use Edge, and then they could scratch your back and let you have someone appear on your show.
Yeah.
Or just use money for it. Like, it wouldn't be impossible. But it's intriguing to see who's going to be his last opponent. I'm not sure.
Who was seen as like biggest rival?
That's a good question.
Did he have a big rival?
I mean, when I think of some of his biggest rivalries, I think of Orton. Orton is one of his biggest ones. Edge was a big one. He feuded with Triple H, but to me, I don't think that was one of his biggest feuds. He's had so many. That's an interesting question. That's some more recent. I'll have to do some Cena searching, and we'll talk some more in the next episode about that. Look up some of his. We're stat people. We'll have to look up some of his opponents and how many times he faced him and stuff.
Yeah.
But, we shall see. I don't know. We're going to see who his last opponent is. Maybe it'll be somebody no one expects. That'd be cool too. By the way, interesting fact, Brock had his match and now it just seems like he's disappeared. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
How terrible.
Might have been a one-off. Like, we just want you to come beat up Cena.
Yeah.
And then go away. All right. Well, I think that's it for the wrestling news. Like I said, we can't catch up on everything. We've been gone for a minute. So we will talk about, I guess, real quick. I talked to you about it off air last night. Raw. The Vision turned on Seth. Braun Breaker speared him. And then Bronson Reed gave him a tsunami. And then Paul Heyman, looking like he was going to piss himself, reluctantly raised both their hands while Braun had the world title in his hand. As I told you, they had to pull, well, they didn't have to, but they pulled the trigger early on the turn because Seth may be hurt from doing a coast-to-coast headbutt on Cody at Crown Jewel.
You would think they would, and maybe this is highlighted by the fact that I just watched the first part of the Benoit Dark Side of the Ring, but you think they would not allow these headbutts. Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't just do a normal coast-to-coast, but the clip I saw, it looks like he tried to attempt a coast-to-coast headbutt. I don't know why he just wouldn't do the drop kick. I don't know why you do it anyway. You've not seen a lot of people do it. I don't, Shane could do it.
Yeah,
but that's it's longer than you think. Me and you have been in a wrestling ring. That's a long way to jump. And not fuck yourself.
It's a long jump.
Like, that's a long jump. Even if you're tall, that's quite a distance to be. So basically, they did this just in case Seth is going to miss any amount of set time. They went ahead and pulled the trigger on the turn. So I mean, it was going to happen at some point. Usually, that's what happens with factions at some point. I mean, even DX broke up. Everybody breaks up at some point. So there you go. And to be honest, it's not that I hated him, but I think Braun's going to be a huge star, and I don't think he needs to be stuck in a faction, in my opinion. Unless he's the guy. Now, if you're going to do like a bloodline thing, and now Braun's going to be the guy, but I think it held him back a little bit, being in that group, because he's constantly in tag matches and stuff. To me, I just see him as a huge star. So,
yeah,
we'll see. Also, by the way, Punk became the #1 contender on Raw, so Punk is the #1 contender for Seth's title now. He took on LA Knight and Jay in a 3-way. Hey.
But it's not gay in a 3-way.
It's not, and Punk won. So Punk's the new #1 contender.
Nice.
So there you go. All right. Well, I think we only have one thing left.
Oh yes. What would that be?
It's time for the Chic Tweet of the Week.
Chic.
These are just short words of wisdom from him this week. Short, simple, and to the point. The moral of the story is, don't be a jabroni. I think the whole world could just use that advice right now.
I was really surprised that "Go Fuck Yourself" wasn't part of this.
So this was actually the one I picked when we were going to try to do like the special episode. We were going to try to do so I just kept it. This was going to be for our little content episode that we tried to do that didn't happen. So I just kept it. It's fine. So there you go. Don't be a jabroni. It's good advice for everybody right now.
Don't be a jabroni.
Don't be a jabroni and calm the fuck down, would you? Give somebody a hug or something. Chill. All right.
Well, then
it's time.
It's time. It's beta time. I mean, it's.
That's an insane montage of our cover art. It's great. Great. Well, here we are, Survivor Series 1999. It's the great one with a couple friends. You know, we should call The Rock up and see if we can recreate this photo. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I know, yeah, I'm sure he'll be up for that.
He can't be that busy. He's just The Rock.
I mean, he's just one of the most popular fucking actors on the planet.
He's just Dwayne Johnson. It's no big deal. I mean, speaking of him, though, you know, his new movie didn't do well in the box office, but that's not why The Rock made this movie. I heard someone say some movies are made to sell tickets and some movies are made to win awards. Like The Rock's trying to show you to be a serious actor. It's the Smashing Machine movie.
The one where he's a boxer and he's hardly recognizable. He looks so different.
He wasn't a boxer. He was a UFC guy. Maybe not in the UFC, but that kind of fighter. He was one of those guys. MMA guy or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Anyway, I think that's why. Like, normally I watch any Rock movie because it's The Rock. But like this one, I don't know this person. I don't know the story. That's the only reason I wouldn't want to watch it. It's not because The Rock looks unrecognizable in it. It's just I don't know that story, so I really don't have an interest. Now maybe I'll watch it when it's free, but I wouldn't pay to watch it just because I have no idea the story of that guy at all. So,
yeah, anyway. I don't. No idea.
But The Rock was just trying to prove he could do something, and it's A24, the same studio that did like the Iron Claw and all that stuff. You know, he was just trying to prove he could do something.
The Claw.
Something more serious. You know, that's also.
Yeah, anyway. And then we do this. Anyways.
And then the news breaks that he's getting ready to do another Jumanji. So it's fine. It's still.
I like the Jumanji movies.
Me too. And they are going to do another one. Everyone's coming back. There's another one in the works. So anyway, today's main event is Survivor Series 1999. We're at the Joe Louis Arena in Michigan. This is the second time Survivor Series has been here. The first one was in 1991. So there you go. There's 18,735 people. November 4th, 1999. The tagline for this is "A family that slays together, stays together." That's a great Survivor Series tagline, is it not?
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I don't know. I know I've seen it because I have the Survivor Series collection, but I don't know if I remember this one. But I'm excited because we get actual Survivor Series matches.
I love it.
Yes.
You know how I feel about some Survivor Series matches.
And The Rock's on the cover and in the pay-per-view, so we're doing good this time.
Okay.
So we're
Hell yeah. So this time it makes sense and not.
It makes sense this time, yes.
It helps that it was like, it's only just one person, because one of the issues is they'll be in the main, or they'll be in the show, but they're not like actually wrestling each other, even though that's what the paper.
I remember the Mankind one real well. I don't remember who he was on the cover with. They were both in the paper and wrestle each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like giving somebody the mandible claw on the cover of the pay-per-view, and they didn't fight each other. Yeah, it happened.
This is actually two cover arts in a row where the it's only a single wrestler.
Yeah.
Because because the last one was just I guess the last one was Mankind and Sacco. But
yeah, there goes Sacco not getting any love again.
Yeah, that's right.
Justice for Sacco, people. Okay. All right. Well, let's get.
I prefer Rocco.
Rocco's Modern Life.
No, I was referencing Rocco from Sesame Street.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual, Sacco, Rocco.
No. Elmo, have you not seen this?
Of course I have. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You do know about Rocco?
Yes.
Elmo's feud with Rocco. It's like great. It's so dumb. I love it.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Survivor Series, 1999.
Woo woo. One nice thing about these big pay-per-views is they're easy to find.
Much easier to find, yeah.
I'm just like scrolling through the all the cover art that I've done. I mean, their cover art. Oh man, that would have been a fun one. I did when I was with Ricky.
You're still recording. You're still recording.
Yep. No, I'm talking.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I didn't know. Sometimes I don't know if you're doing a bit or if you forgot that we're recording.
I'm looking at the Survivor Series of 1994.
He's playing with his cock. That's what's going on right now.
I could stop. Yeah.
He didn't have his cock out yet.
But no, the Survivor Series cover art for 1994 with The Undertaker would have been really cool, but I think mine was kind of lame because it was before me and you were doing things.
Yeah. He used to have to kind of just find photos. He didn't, he wasn't getting the selfies back in the day.
Yeah, I just had to find photos, but it's like at least the one on here is like Undertaker just kind of like looking at like 4 silhouettes in the distance, and it would have been fun to do It would have been fun to do silhouettes of us.
Without even looking, I remember that Survivor Series cover.
Yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah.
Survivor Series 97 was just a bunch of silhouettes. I didn't do that. I'm not sure what I did for 97. I'll have to check. All right, I'm ready. We can stop now and get started. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, so here we go. Our first match. What a way to start the pay-per-view. A traditional Survivor Series match. And we have pimps and headbangers and Dudleys. Oh, my. And don't forget the hose. What is great is, first of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't seen the headbangers in a minute, right?
It's been a while.
This must have been they must have just come back recently because they were talking about having trouble with the Dudleys. So anyway, it's D'Lo Brown and the Godfather and the headbangers, and the best part is everyone dressed like, well, D'Lo dressed just like the Godfather, and then the headbangers attempted to dress like pimps.
Yeah,
afro wigs. It was good stuff.
Yeah, I managed to find the D'Lo one, but
yeah. Then the Dudleys came out, and Bubba asked him if the Godfather was going to give Minnie his hose, and he was like, no.
You know.
Then the Acolytes came out, and I'm like, okay, some people are going to die, and they did. And there was definitely some people who died. Jesus, like.
I actually, here I have notes.
This was such a fun match. I know the first elimination was a clothesline from hell. I don't remember who got killed. But,
Bradshaw eliminated Thrasher.
Okay.
After the clothesline from hell.
Yes.
Bubba Ray takes out Mosh with a 3D.
Oh yeah, 3D, which was a sweet 3D. Yeah.
Yeah. Bradshaw was DQ'd after using the chair.
Yeah, that was a great spot. Bradshaw went out and got a chair. And was like, "Fuck it," and he took out Bubba and one of the and D'Lo. Yeah, took out Bubba and D'Lo.
Farouk and Devon are counted out after they are fighting.
Those darn acolytes can't get along with anyone.
I know.
I don't know what their problem is. Like.
And then D'Lo eliminated Bubba after a frog splash, and then Godfather did the hoe train as well. Before
the hoe train into the frog splash. Yeah.
Into the frog splash. So
fun match, chaos everywhere. That clothesline from hell definitely killed somebody. I didn't even hate the part where Bradshaw was just like, "Fuck it. I'm getting the chair. I'm gonna do some shit."
Partially because that really is their characters.
Yes.
Like
we're getting real close to the APA and not the Acolytes. Like we have to be getting close to. They got different music. I noticed they're still wearing like the Acolyte gear, but they did have different entrance music this time.
I know. I'm excited to see him as JBL because that is definitely one part of his career I didn't see much of.
JBL. I hated him, and that was what was great. He was such a good heel. Yeah, that's gonna be good shit. He was longest reigning SmackDown World Champion at the time. So yeah. Anyway, Fun fucking way to kick off the pay-per-view, D'Lo and the Godfather of the Soul Survivors. But I have to bring up some of our golden commentary. We have the King and Jim Ross. They're talking hose the whole time. Big surprise. But this line right here was a great one from Jerry Lawler. Look at that blonde hoe. She could suck the numbers off my credit card.
I remember that. Yes,
That's a Jerry Lawler quote, folks, not me. That's a Jerry Lawler quote.
Wow. Just, I don't.
Suck the numbers off my credit card. Woo! I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I know I've never heard that one. That was interesting.
Another good one that's not dirty from Lawler, but it was still a good line was, I don't think Bubba's going to stutter anymore after that chair shot. Which, by the way, did dent the chair. The chair definitely had a big, huge dent in it.
Yeah.
But this was fun. This was chaos. This is what the Survivor Series is about.
This is why we love it.
And I should have saw the tension coming between the Acolytes and the Dudleys because they kept talking on commentary. They're like, well, because at first they were all working together, and they were like, well, it seems like they're getting along. But yeah, the Acolytes just don't fucking like anybody at all. Like Ron Simmons and Devon, or whichever one it was, were arguing about who should get the pin. Like after all that shit went down, like I'm gonna pin him, and then he leg dropped the dude, like it was just, great. This was so entertaining. This was an excellent first Survivor Series match, and then we got a teaser video afterwards, and we're gonna see the debut of fucking Kurt Angle. How can This is the pay-per-view where Kurt Angle debuts. How did I forget that?
Oh man, and here's some. So I looked up the card, and we have 1, 2, 3. 4 Survivor Series matches, and then we have a Survivor Series match versus 1 because the Big Show
is in a handicap.
Handicap Survivor. I don't think we have not seen a handicap Survivor Series match.
No, we've not. That's definitely a disadvantage.
A little bit. Although this is in the 90s, the female Survivor Series match is a 1 fall, so literally it's not a Survivor Series.
Okay, so you looked that up because I was like, all I saw was the running time. I'm like, how the fuck is a Survivor Series that short? A Survivor Series match, but you just explained.
So yeah, I go on Cage Match and I can find all the cards for all the pay-per-views, and you can actually click the tab. I finally figured this out after how long we've been doing this. I finally figured out there's a tab where you can look at the card without the results, so I can actually do all this.
What he's been searching for forever.
I know.
Forever.
So I'm able to do this without spoiling who wins these matches, because that matters to me. I don't know. What's
crazy about that Big Show Survivor Series match, the handicap thing we're going to see, I don't think WWE did as much, but when he was the Giant in WCW, and he was on Saturday night or something, he would take on 3 jobbers at one time and just destroy them. Of course, the Survivor Series match is not going to be jobbers, but
Big Show freaking it's Midian, Prince Albert, the Big Boss Man, and Viscera. These aren't small people either, other than
not
Midian.
Small people, but I was kind of wrong because they're all kind of jobbers except the Big Boss Man. So I guess not the evil Midian. Midian.
I would not call Big Boss Man or Viscera as much as I don't like Viscera.
I said Big Boss Man was not. I did say that.
Midian maybe is a jobber, but he's not really a true jobber. He's on the show. He just
none of them are, but they're not the big stars. But that's a lot of meat, though. That's a lot of Viscera alone is big enough to take on the Big Show without any help.
Exactly. This is kind of a big.
As far as this one goes, I'm going to give this match 4 pimps. Pimps up, hose down. 4 pimps.
I'm going to go with 3.5 hose sucking credit card numbers.
Jesus.
I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure there's a corner on the internet where it's there.
I'm going to really try to pay attention, but I bet that's the line of the night from Lawler. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's going to be hard to beat. We do have women in wrestling, though, so but that's a good line.
I'm sure puppies will be involved somewhere,
Probably. All right, well, let's watch the debut of the Olympic gold medalist.
All right, I am excited about this. I always like a good review on our podcast. or a good.
Yeah, I don't remember his debut, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I suppose you're waiting for me to pause it, huh?
All right, so here we go. Our next match is Shawn Stasiak. Lucky guy, he's no longer Meat. That's who Meat was.
That was Meat. Okay.
That's Meat.
I was wondering who the hell he was.
Yes, that's Meat. So
I honestly had no clue.
Shawn Stasiak now, and it's the debut of Kurt Angle.
Yes, it was, and I didn't realize Kurt Angle started out as a heel. Like the second they are coming out, and then they're like the only gold medalist in WWE. The next gold medalist is coming in the next match, so I found that entertaining. Or no, did Mark Henry win a gold medal?
No, he was just the world's strongest man.
Oh, okay.
Which is a legit competition. I think he was in the Olympics too, but I don't know if he won a gold medal. But this one, you're right. The crowd actually, at the beginning, the bell rang and no one cared. It started off with literally like nothing. There was no noise. Then it turned into booing. Picking up the mic, I don't know if that was planned, but stopping in the middle of the match to pick up the mic and say, "You don't boo an Olympic gold medalist," that was great, and that probably saved the match for him because nobody really cared. That's the honest truth. Like, no one cared.
Yeah.
I think you probably should have had him against somebody else. I know you don't want to put him against like your biggest star, but no one knew who Shawn Stasiak was. While you're talking about his legendary dad, do you remember Shawn Stasiak's dad at all? Because I don't.
Who's his dad? I don't know.
He was a wrestler. He was before our time, though. His last name was Stasiak. So that tells you right there that you don't remember his dad.
No, I don't know. No, I had no idea who his dad was.
So the mic spot was great. Other than that, this match wasn't that great, but it was Kurt Angle's first match. So I'm not going to, that drop kick that he attempted, that drop kick was horrible. It was horrible.
It's a good angle slam, though.
It was a good angle slam at the end. The drop kick was bad. But, it's his first match. So it was a historical moment. But it just wasn't that good, and nobody cared. And you notice he didn't have any medals on. He hasn't started doing that yet. He didn't wear his medals to the ring. This is his debut.
So are you trying to tell me that he was not supposed to be a heel?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that mic spot was planned. I don't know if that was just him, improvising. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, because I legit thought he was like
they were trying to build him like a baby face. That video package they showed before he debuted didn't say heel at all. Like that was definitely trying to build him as a baby face. To me, he probably was supposed to be him. When the fans started turning, they were just like, "Well, that's not." This was back in the days when they still let things happen organically. Kids, we don't get that as much anymore. So
I think a lot of that has to do with the internet. The internet makes it very difficult.
Everything.
The internet makes it where people know, like, back in those days, unless you were a hardcore wrestling fan, you didn't know these kids coming from the indies. You didn't have those kind of those. You had to find them in
wrestling magazines,
the dirt sheets and stuff like that. You didn't know all that stuff.
Originally, those were letters too. That's how old that is, kids. Like, if you were a member of the dirt sheet, you would get their newsletter, but you got the actual letter in the newsletter in the mail. You are right. That is part of it.
That's a big part of it. Now we just know too much. Now,
and the wrestlers showing that, the Undertaker hates that no one keeps kayfabe anymore, but he's got a good point. It's like Tiffany Stratton's out there wrestling Stephanie, and they act like they hate each other, and they go back in the back and they post a TikTok where they're dancing with each other. That stuff doesn't help either. But I get it's harder. But you're right, it is the internet. It is. It's
everything's viral, and that's literally part of it. Going back and doing TikTok, we didn't have a lot of those options those back then.
No. But it was also like the wrestlers themselves would do things like the heels hung out with the heels. You never saw a baby face and a heel in a bar together having a drink. Like, they would keep that stuff,
Yeah, the only people who saw that were people that were literally at that one bar.
Right, they happened to be there.
They got spoiled on that Now that happens and someone does a TikTok off of it. Or, like we know what the hell Blue Cane is. Blue Cane is not exactly a household name.
That would never happen with it. That's why there's good and bad to it. It's got both.
I know. But my point is what if this is an extreme example that will never happen, but what if he shows up on WWE? We all know who he is now. So guess what? We're probably going to be cheering him. Where back then, he'll show up out of nowhere and we won't know anything about him beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like Joe Hendry. Like his is a little bit bigger of a company, but still.
Yeah, but still, it took him, like, a lot of people think he's just started. Joe Hendry's been wrestling for a long time. It took him this long, and the internet helped him get his gimmick over. So
yeah,
you're right. And of course, the other factor I always talked about was like Stasiak was in WCW, but legit back then there were a lot of people that didn't watch both. So that was now if the internet was around, you would have known like, hey, this guy came from WCW. But a lot of people back then didn't know that stuff. If you didn't watch both, you had no idea. So anyway. As far as this goes, it was his first match, so I'm going to give it a 2.5. I like the microphone spot, and the angle slam was sweet. Those were the two best parts of the match.
Yeah, I would. I think 2 is probably the right answer. 2, where's his gold medals?
Where's his gold medals? Why doesn't he have the medals on?
But if you're right that this was an organic heel turn based on the people booing, and this was back in the time where everybody was a rebel, and having a full-on American gimmick is not exactly popular back then. I can see why it happened.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, well, let's move on. I believe we have another Survivor Series match.
We do.
Right, so here's our next match, which is interesting. This interesting baby face team of Sexual Chocolate, Gangrel, Valvinus, and Blackman. They're the baby faces, right? They have to be.
Are they? Yeah. God, British Bulldog is not very loved right now. So
neither's the Mean Street Posse. Shane McMahon's.
No, they just seem like douches.
And by the way, they legit wore this wrestling gear all the time because it was douchey. I see you found these are the exact sweater vests they were wearing in this match.
Yeah.
Which makes it easy because I think we touched on this before, but I can use this now to show everyone. So the guy in the bright lime green sweater vest there.
Joey
Abs, and he was the only one that had previous wrestling experience. He's the one that actually was not one of Shane's friends.
That's right. These are Shane McMahon's friends.
The other two are Shane's friends from school and everything and growing up. But Joey Abs, they hired to be the one that could carry the other two guys more. Now, obviously, they did some training. I imagine growing up with Shane McMahon, there was probably some backyard wrestling going on. I'm just guessing.
Probably.
I mean, I know I did. So I'm
actually,
sure
with Shane McMahon, it probably wasn't backyard wrestling. It was probably legit.
Probably
I have a wrestling ring in my backyard wrestling.
Like, I have no doubt these two guys were in a ring with Shane McMahon when they were kids. I don't doubt that at all. And the Bulldog, obviously, everybody was booing him. The European title's around again. I think it was gone for a minute. I don't know. The thing just keeps appearing. We don't see the European title for 6 months, and then someone just shows up with it. Look what I got. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, the Mean Street Posse all got eliminated, and then it was just the Bulldog. He starts taking people out, and you think he's going to win, but nope. It's too much sexual chocolate in that ring. Can't handle it. Quick side note, is Blackman holding a fucking shank? What is that in his other? He's got nunchucks, but what's in his other hand? That just looks like a broken fucking. He's about to stab somebody.
They're both nunchucks.
Oh, it's hanging down. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Blackman eliminated Pete Gas. I forget how.
It's kind of forgettable, but go ahead.
Gangrel eliminated Rodney with a DDT, and I tell you what, Gangrel does a pretty cool looking DDT. He lifts him up first and
lands him on the face. That was.
I don't know if he ever had a name for it, but that was a good.
I'm not sure either, but it was cool. Yeah.
Mark Henry eliminates Joey Abs with a splash, but before that splash happens, he was dead.
He was dead.
I mean, Mark Henry runs to the ropes and like literally, as his neck is hanging on the ropes.
Oh yeah,
smashes, jumps out of the ring and like literally,
that move right there should have told you.
Decapitated him. Decapitated him.
The actual wrestler, because he could take a move like that. They also mentioned in this, by the way, Mark Henry was in the same Olympic Games as Kurt Angle, but he did not win a gold medal. But he was in the '96 Olympics, just like Kurt Angle was.
For some reason, I was thinking that Mark Henry won a gold medal, and like Kurt Angle was just being that's why I thought he was being a heel, like the only gold medalist. Although just like emphasizing the only, it felt heelish to me.
I was gonna say, isn't ego enough to be heelish? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Just like when he grabbed the mic, you don't boo an Olympic gold medalist. What's wrong with you? I came here for you people.
There's no hiding that part of him being a heel.
What was interesting to me is when Bulldog threw Val, this thing towards the end, he threw Val outside of the ring, so we got the ref distraction, and I thought the ref distraction, something else was going to happen, and all that happened was Bulldog made Mark Henry come in by slapping him, and Mark Henry just fucking killed him. Like, that's all that happened. Like, that's literally what happened. He got the fucking, whatever, the world's strongest slam, and then Val came in and did the old money shot.
Mark Henry, like, jumping on, like literally just sitting on his head and off the rope.
Fucking neck.
Like, oh my god, decapitation. Bulldog eliminated Gangrel with a superplex off the top rope. Bulldog eliminated Steve Blackman with a fisherman's suplex, and then Val Venus eliminates Bulldog with a money shot. I loved how JR afterwards, he's like, that's such a penetrating move. I was like,
that sounded like a king line, but JR.
It did. It sounded like a king line.
That was like a credit card line right there. And by the way, real quick, so I don't forget, after the match, we got a segment where Michael Cole went to interview one of the women's teams, and he got molested. I'm not saying he would complain, but he got harassed.
Well, he walked in on the women's locker room like he was Donald Trump, and then they were enjoying it. Not here. They're like,
Marlena didn't have a top on, so she just had to cover.
Look, we already broke the barrier. We already broke the barrier, so I'm just, rocking it.
He was invited to come back and wash some stuff off after the match. I don't know. That sounds like the money shot. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, this was not as good as the first Survivor Series match. It was still okay. It was fun. The team was just a little hodgepodge, but they used to do that sometimes back in the day.
It was like the fun story of British Bulldog. I thought British Bulldog was gonna win it after being the only one left.
Whoa, sorry. That's what I was expecting. That's what I thought was going to happen. Was they were making it look like Bulldog was going to come back and just take everybody out, but nope. Sorry, Bulldog, not your day. You go down. So yeah, okay. You know what though? It was not a bad match. I'm going to give this three guys from Greenwich, Street Posse there.
All right. I'm going to give it a 2.5 decapitations because I tell you what, this may not have been the best match, but as someone who likes some destruction, that was some destruction.
That was some Death Becomes Her stuff there.
I mean, as long as the dude's okay, because if the dude's not okay, then this is super cool. But as long as the dude is okay,
I said he is too quick. I should have been like, nope, he's paralyzed now, but that's fine. Well, just go ahead and make fun of his injury. Cool. No, he is okay. He's fine. He's fine.
Because, Mark Henry was a little rough at the beginning. Like when he first showed up, like he was very green. But that was just how. Like, my neck hurts from watching that.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah.
All right, well. Let's move on. And we need justice for the women. We know the women are about to get robbed because we're watching this women's 8-man match, but it's not a Survivor Series match because apparently you only got to beat one bitch.
I'm looking at the very small part of this match, and it just looks like just the tip.
Whoa.
Oh, this should be a penetrating match, you know? JR, man, JR.
JR with the dropping the dirty line.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. You wouldn't expect it, but hey, he's a wild man. He's a little more wild now because, he's a bachelor since his wife passed away.
Oh, damn, really? I mean, at this time?
So,
oh, that's sad.
Oh, no, not way back then. No, his wife just passed away a few years ago. It wasn't
well, then he wasn't sad then.
No, not then, no. All right, well, let's move on and check out this women's match. We'll be right back. Don't go get popcorn or nothing. This is going to be a quick one.
Yeah, you don't have time.
Yeah.
I need to use the restroom, but I'm going to wait till the next one. Actually, the next one looks really short, too. And the next one looks... We got three short matches.
Three short matches in a row, yeah.
Oh, how do you know? Because you have no commercials.
I have the match length on my on the Wikipedia.
Oh, I can look at the match links too, but if I look at the match links, I see the results. So I have.
So that's how I know. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
Let's check it out. Yep. All right. So here's our next match, and bless Moolah and Mae Young's heart. It's entertaining. I get that part, but we got two women in this match that aren't wrestlers, being Terry and Deborah. I do love that Deborah had puppy paws on her wrestling gear, because we all know that's where puppies originated from.
Yeah.
But when you look at this, right, let's see what the problem is. When you look at this face team, and not taking anything away from Mae Young Moolah, but the person that has to take most of
looking at the faces on these teams, okay?
Well, I meant Unfortunately, on Mae Young Moolah's team, the one that has to do most of the work and takes most of the bumps is the fucking one that can't wrestle. And I'm not talking about Deborah. I'm talking about Tori.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't remember her being so bad because I just don't remember her. But wow, come on. And she, by the way, right at the beginning of the match, she tagged fucking in on the outside of the ring. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Don't think tags count when both of you are outside of the ring. But that's how she tagged in.
Oh, that's okay. That's better than the lamest finish ever with the slowest fucking, she literally had to just sit there and wait, look at her, watch for a second as Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah slowly brought the double clothesline to her. And, can you imagine how she felt in real life? It's I gotta take this pin from the lamest fucking finish ever.
Yeah. And I just don't, it's fine you wanted to put him in a Survivor Series match, but you should have put him with two other women that were wrestlers. Because he put him with two women that are not. He might have been better off tagging Deborah in. I don't know, but
that's probably why it was so freaking short.
It was very short.
The entrances of them coming down was way longer than the match. Freaking match.
Yeah, it was bad. It's a bad match. It was just for eye candy and laughs, I guess, but it was not good.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies. Not good. The puppies didn't even save it.
But we're getting close. We're getting close to some Lita.
We are.
We're getting close to some Trish Stratus. We're getting close to actually having decent wrestling matches.
Let me at least give a little bit of credit. It was cool that Mae and Moolah jumped Ivory as soon as she got out there. That was kind of cool. That's how the match started. But after that, it just all went downhill, and it was just horrible to watch. So anyway, I'm going to give this 1 because I'm nice.
I'm not 0.5. And you don't get a cute little
no, there's no cuteness.
0.5 double slow ass locomotion. I swear that clothesline reminded me of every time I am waiting for the damn train to go past and never ending.
Yes.
What? When is it going? When is it going? Yeah. It hit someone.
And he's talking about those real long trains.
Move.
Yeah, he's talking about the real long trains where you think it's over, so you start driving, and then you're like, oh, nope, here comes more. Oh, now it's up. Nope.
You know what that was like? That was like the part from Austin Powers when the dude is in the middle of the ice and the Zamboni is slowly coming to him. That's screaming. What this was.
Yes. Exactly.
That's what this was.
Yes.
It was the Zamboni running into someone and them having to just wait there for it to happen.
As the French would say, it was garbage. Garbage.
Like if I was a woman and I wanted to be a serious wrestler, I'd be so upset I had to take that.
Yeah. It's
let's go to the next. I'm done with this shit.
At least we know we get to see X-Pac and Kane. That's got
the only good thing I can say is I found old pictures of the Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young, and holy shit, Mae Young, what is this, the 20s? I don't know how old she is, but
you're probably not off. If it's the 30s, 40s, I don't know. But
that's probably when she was 20, around her 20s.
I would say she was in her 20s. It looks like
she's a very beautiful woman.
Yeah, Moolah looks like a man.
Moolah, they're even young. Yeah, she's still.
That's not Moolah. That's a man, baby.
She still looks terrifying. Okay, which I watched the Fabulous Moolah episode of Dark Side of the Ring, and yeah, she might have been a little terrifying. So
might have been, yeah. So
yeah,
all right, well, let's
go next.
Let's go. All right, here we go with our next match with a built-in story already. It's the former tag team champions and partners, X-Pac and Kane, and I'm gonna make a complaint right away. That's not a complaint, but is a complaint.
Okay.
This was a short match, and these two had no right to have such a good fucking match in that little bit of time. It was a bad complaint. I mean, dude, like it shouldn't have worked as beautifully as it did. What a match!
And there was just a lot of like, as someone who hasn't been, we're watching just the pay-per-views.
Right,
I was not prepared for X-Pac to be the heel in this match. I knew they faced off each other. I forgot that Kane was the face and is also in love with Tori, apparently. And X-Pac, like, starting with his interview that they did with them, like, he was calling him big baby,
and impotent.
Impotent. Like, I was like, oh, well, I guess X-Pac's the heel. Then Road Dogg shows up, and I'm like, oh, so all of DX is now a heel. And then I didn't realize Triple H was now part of DX. Like, clearly, Triple H they reformed DX. I didn't see China, so I'm guessing China was not part of this evil DX. And then freaking X-Pac kicks Tori. Like,
move of the night. Move of the night. And the best thing Tori's ever done in wrestling. She sold that kick really good. That was the best thing she did all night.
Great job selling that kick. Yeah.
Great job selling. Tori did something. We found out she's good on her back.
Yeah, well.
At first, too, I will say at first, but like you made the point, we don't get to watch, all the Raws and everything in between. At first, I was disappointed when Road Dogg came out because damn, it was such a good match. But they did it for the purpose of extending this feud and extending the story of the feud between Kane and X-Pac, because now the Big Red Machine's really going to be pissed. He kicked his woman.
Well, yeah, he kicked his woman.
Yeah, and Triple H hit him with the championship belt, too. So, that's also one that they threw in there. So, but yeah, it was a good match, even though it was short and there were shenanigans. Again, it's part of the story, but before the shenanigans, it was just a back and forth match, and the crowd was into it and was kind of into it, but like they were cheering for Kane and X-Pac. It felt like they were popping for everything. It was
so they had to really acknowledge the evil of the Generation X,
the evil of the X-Pac.
Mm-hmm.
The X-Pac.
Like I don't.
And now it kicked a bitch. If you want heat, that's definitely a way to take heat.
What the thing that surprised me is I don't remember. Like I remember that DX was technically heels at the start, but they were like fun-loving heels, but they were still like fan favorites. Like this felt different. This felt almost evil heel. You know, this doesn't feel like fun. You know,
because when they started, it was more like the original DX was more like bucking the system type of group. And this here was like, fuck everybody takeover kind of thing. Did you see the backstage segment? I don't have commercials, so I don't know. Did you see the segment after this with where they tried to interview The Rock?
No, I stopped it right. That was right after the commercial. So I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, yeah. There's a segment. I'll just talk about it now. I know you haven't seen it. It's not really a spoiler, but they go backstage and interview The Rock, and it gets cut off real quick by Triple H. He goes, after already being out here and being involved in this, Triple H shows up and just starts attacking The Rock backstage. So,
well,
I think we saw the clip. It seems like Triple H is just trying to get a little edged because he has a triple threat tonight. He defends his title in a triple threat. It seems like he's trying to take out his opponents before the match. So,
well, if he wants to get a little edge, he should just pay Edge to come out, you know?
And Edge is here. I saw the match card.
Dude,
Edge is here. All right, well, as far as this match goes, even with shenanigans, I'm going to go 4 suckets. That's all I can come up with. I'm going to go 4.
I'm going to go with are you ready? 4.
Are you ready? We're ready. Don't go anywhere, kids. This isn't a bathroom break time again. No popcorn in this one because it's a quickie. Big Show's handicap match.
Oh, this is another
short. Aren't you intrigued because the running time of this? Like this is gonna be. He's got to decimate everybody or he loses. One or the other has to happen because this match is quick. So
I almost, if it wasn't for Viscera, I could almost see him just like
eliminating everybody,
pinning them all at the same time.
Yeah, I could too. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I don't know who wins. I didn't see the result. I'm just like, wow, that's not very long. This is a traditional Survivor Series match, kind of. It's a handicap match, but it's still elimination. So let's see what happens.
All right.
All right, well, here's the next match, and I guess we should start by the fact that they explained to us that this was not meant to be a handicap match, but Big Show said, fuck my partners, I want to do it myself, and he beat up his partners on Sunday Night Heat.
I found that storyline interesting.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Albert, Midian, Viscera, and Boss Man against Big Show, Kai and Ty, and the Blue Meanie, but yeah, Big Show beat the shit out of those guys and said he didn't want help. Also, this is the storyline. I remember as well. Can we just get a hold of 99 Vince and ask him why he was doing these storylines to the Big Boss Man? First, we're going to kill a guy's dog and feed it to him. Now we're going to go to a guy's dad's funeral and attach his casket to our police car and drag it through the graveyard. How does Boss Man get in all these shitty storylines? Like,
was Big Boss Man's dad really dying?
Big Show's dad really died. I don't remember if it was before this story or right after, but hey, you know, I mean, it's wrestling, man. You know.
Can you imagine, like, going into the writer's room and then Vince McMahon is like, all right, so your dad died. That's terrible. However, this is what we want you to do.
Yeah. Hey, Lita, you're fucking half the locker room. Let's put that shit on TV. It's a great story. What are we doing? Well, folks, it could be worse. We could have got the incest storyline. So,
which I know Vince McMahon also wanted.
This
I finished
is called
the McMahon documentary, by the way.
Yeah. This is called Booking a Giant 101. This is how you book a giant. He did exactly what we said he would have to do. He blew through everyone, and then Boss Man did the traditional chicken heel shit and got himself counted out. To be fair, Midian and Albert's one thing, but then he treated Viscera like it was nothing too. And he eliminated all these guys in what, like 30 seconds?
Yeah. I mean,
so I also,
it was like choke slam. Choke slam. Body slam on Viscera, then choke slam.
Fucking body slammed Viscera. Yeah.
I know.
I would have also taken the chicken shit heel way out and said, fuck it, I'm not going there. He's pissed.
I'm out.
Big Show chased them all out of the ring. So he won. Technically, he didn't eliminate the Boss Man, but he did because he got him counted out.
I mean, what do you expect when you drag his father's dead body in a casket with a pickup truck. I mean,
before
you
that,
think someone would be like, well, they showed me. I guess I'm good with all this.
I think if you noticed in the clip when they were showing the funeral, that Boss Man had that giant like speaker on top, kind of like a Blues Brothers thing going on.
Yeah.
And when he first pulled into the graveyard, I can't remember what he was yelling, but he was on that microphone like in the funeral. Yeah.
Shoot, I'm not a wrestler, and I would be trying to kick Big Boss Man's ass.
Yeah. I hope they were very careful that day and made sure there were no other funerals going on.
Oh God, yeah.
But actually,
wait, is that my dad?
I think I remember an interview with Paul White where he said they didn't get done in time, and there was actually a service going on, like not right beside him, but in that area because the shooting took too long.
So he's talked about like, what was his thoughts on all this? Like, was he cool with the fact that they wanted to drag his father? Now I realize that this is wrestling. It's not. There's not. His dad's body was probably already buried. They've already probably had a beautiful service.
He gave that kind of company man wrestling answer, I'd do what I was asked. He's never really gotten like specific. He just uses that general, you do what you're asked.
I mean, I'm all for bringing real life shit into storylines. This is going slightly farther.
Yeah, sometimes
with the whole with the whole dragging a casket around.
At least Christian just makes dead dad jokes, but he's not actually dragging caskets. Yeah. I know it's wrestling, but sometimes, every once in a while, you go a little too far, and that might be just a little too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. If his dad wasn't actually dead, then I probably have no issue with this story.
Right. I think what made it worse is, if I remember right, he died like after. I think he was still alive during this storyline, but died like right in this time frame somewhere. But I could be wrong. I'd have to Google all that.
Well, then that's fine.
But that being said, though, this is how you book a giant, and I'm going to give it a 3.5 because Boss Man didn't go in the ring, so I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I'm going to just stick with 3 because it was, and it's only getting this. I mean, it's not like it was a good match. It was just a storyline match. That's all this was.
But it makes it fun because,
and I like the story. That's why it's a 3 and not lower.
Exactly. And the story, they added the depth to it of him beating up his own team and then proving that he could do it by himself. So it's all about story with this one. Then we'll talk about the segment afterwards. I don't know how I forgot it happened on this Survivor Series. Same thing, we go to the back. They're going to interview Stone Cold. Here comes Triple H out of nowhere. Triple H starts running. Stone Cold follows him. He ends up outside. And all of a sudden, Stone Cold gets hit by a car.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get hit by a car,
You chase the heel, you get hit by a car. We see Shane and Stephanie and Test and everybody go out there. They take him out in an ambulance. And JR or King's trying to sell it real serious. Like, we don't know what happened. Real life Stone Cold sort of, they had to write him off TV. This is how they do it. So there you go.
Makes me wonder how long we're going to be without Stone Cold.
Yeah, I can't remember the time frame. What I am interested in, I don't want to give 20-year-old spoilers, is I'm interested in how they decide. Spoiler, Stone Cold's not going to be in the main event like he's supposed to. I'm just not sure how they decide on his replacement. I don't remember that.
Oh, okay, so it does get replaced and they don't just make it a...
No, Stone Cold does get replaced in the main event, yes.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't remember how it's decided, but we'll find out.
So my theory before we start recording of Stone Cold showing up halfway through the match with a bunch of cast on him is not going to happen.
Not going to happen, no. Yeah.
I also didn't know he was legit injured.
Right, I didn't tell you that until after you made that prediction, to be fair, yes. So,
yes.
The original idea, we don't know if we'll see it because they'll reveal it later. We're not going to talk about who ends up being in the car, but I told my co-host off air they had to write Stone Cold off TV. So they came up with this idea, but at this point in real time, they don't know who is driving the car. They just thought this was a real good way to get somebody off TV. Vehicular manslaughter is definitely a good way to write somebody off TV. He's not dead, so it's not manslaughter, but yeah, they decided this was a way to.
This is the confusing thing.
Obviously, watching this right away, you would think right away it's somebody from DX. That would be your first guess. Like it's either Triple H or X-Pac or something.
Well, especially with the way that Triple H kind of dragged him into that
area.
area.
Led him to the trap, yeah. So, but creatively, in real life, WWE doesn't know who's in the car yet.
This is what's crazy to me about wrestling is Stone Cold's legit injured. And what do you know his injury at this time?
I believe it was his neck again. He did something to his neck or back. Yeah.
So Stone Cold's legit injured, and they're like, okay, so this is how we're gonna write this off. I need you to actually get hit by a car. Like, you
that's wrestling.
Make it worse. Wrestling. Oh my gosh! Like, how do you? And it's not like they have stunt doubles.
No. Even when they're not really, that's just wrestling, right? Like, I know he wasn't hurt, but look at the Rockers break up. Like, listen, we want to break you guys up. Hey, Marty, Sean's going to put you through a fucking window because that is how you break up. I love wrestling. All right, well, we made it through this. I believe next we have a Survivor Series match, so let's check it out. All right, so our next match for the Intercontinental title. It's the champion Chyna with Miss Kitty, who's now doing the mini Chyna thing.
And Chyna has new music.
Yes.
So she's completely, looks like she's completely away from DX now.
She is DX-less.
Yeah,
so she starts playing the game. But she is defending her Continental title against Chris Jericho. The X-Pac game. One night in China, baby. And wow, this was a fucking great match. Like,
it was a great match.
It was back and forth. False finishes were outside. We're using stairs. I mean, it had everything you wanted, and I was into it. Like, I'd never seen it before. Like, this was live. Like, there were a few times I jumped. You know, like, oh, what the hell? I thought for sure it was over when Chyna got put in the walls, and she was trying to climb to the rope to reach him, and then he pulled her back. This match was better than it should have been. I again don't understand why Jericho says he didn't like working with Chyna, because this is probably the best match we've seen tonight. If you don't want to count Survivor Series matches,
one complaint.
Okay.
One complaint. The pedigree off the top rope looked a little.
Yeah, but she tried it though, right? So I give her props for that. I mean,
I'm not. Hey, the match was great. Otherwise, I'm just saying the one.
I think it was a bad idea. It was a bad idea to try, and she's lucky she didn't break her ankle or something, because she kind of landed standing like on her legs. Yeah, it was not a good idea.
Wasn't the pedigree off the top rope? Wasn't that CM Punk's finisher? Didn't he call it the Pepsi Plunge in the Indies?
I don't think it was a pedigree though. No, the Pepsi Plunge was a pedigree though.
I thought it was a pedigree, and he wasn't allowed to use it in WWE because it was essentially a pedigree. He had to change his finisher because of Triple H being the top person.
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of, but I could be wrong. I remember the Pepsi Plunge. But anyway, yeah, I don't know why Jericho ever had problems with Chyna. This was a fucking great match. They both look good. Maybe he's just a chauvinist. I don't know. Women don't belong in wrestling.
Maybe he is.
Again, though, why I love wrestling is this is totally fine. It's totally okay to beat up a female wrestler if it's in a match. But X-Pac was the bad guy because he gave a fucking windmill kick to Tori. Like, so it's okay as long as it's a sanctioned match, but you're not allowed to attack the female wrestlers if it's not a sanctioned match. But I loved it. I loved the back and forth. Of course, Chyna got her low blow in before she attempted that pedigree off the top, which I thought when she got up there she was going to do a sunset flip deal. That's what it looked like at first. I thought she was just going to do like a flip over, sunset flip thing, but she did kind of a sloppy pedigree. But even with that sloppy pedigree, it was a hell of a back and forth. And I'm going to give this 4.5 kitties per baby.
I am going to go with 4. Yeah, four Miss Kitties. I mean,
Jericho kissed Miss Kitty, by the way.
Yes, I'm sure, right in front of JR. Didn't you say he was dating Miss Kitty at this time?
I'm going to assume they're dating by now. I guess they're not married yet, I'm assuming, but it'll be soon, though.
By the way, I looked it up. I can send you videos. the Pepsi Plunge 100% is a pedigree off the top rope.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, this was a good one. And next, I know we have our final Survivor Series match of the evening. Our final traditional Survivor Series match of the evening, anyway.
And this should be good.
It should be. I saw the participants. Edge and Christian on the same team as the Hardys.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
So does that mean the Hardys are no longer with Gangrel? Or
I'm guessing they can't be, right? Because it wouldn't make sense for them to be a team. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
And if I read correctly, a certain tag team named Too Much has now been changed to
Too Cool.
Too Cool. So,
yep.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's
Should
check it out. All right, so here we go. Our last Survivor Series match. Well, traditional Survivor Series match of the night, and it's the Hardys, Edge and Christian against the Hollies, and Too Cool, baby. Grandmaster Sexy.
A little crazy because they take out Matt and Edge, who I would consider I don't know about more popular, but they're the bigger, or who will become the bigger stars, I would say.
Oh, Jeff becomes a bigger star. Jeff becomes a bigger star than Matt.
I guess I'm thinking of Matt with his version 2 or version,
which was great, but Jeff became WWE champion. Matt did not. I mean, Matt was US champ, but yeah, eventually.
I don't know. I always think of Matt as like mainly because Jeff keeps getting himself in trouble with drugs and alcohol,
certain substances.
Yeah, so I always thought of, and then I
But love Matt was taken out.
Matt Hardy better. Like
Matt was taken out pretty quickly, though, which was kind of shocking.
So yeah, here are our eliminations. You got Hardcore Holly getting a roll up on Edge. Scotty Too Hottie. Some of these were so quick that I didn't get a chance to really pay attention to what took them out. Like it just happened like that, and then they were already taken out. But Scotty took out Matt. Jeff takes out Scotty with, I believe that would be a 360 splash.
Dude, that might have been a 450. Real quick side note: Scotty he came off the top rope and did a DDT onto Matt. That's how he.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened so
off
quick.
The top rope and just landed down in the DDT on him. So.
Then Grandmaster Sexay takes out Jeff Hardy, which also happened so quick that that happened, and then Christian took out Grandmaster and
something built up to it, but Grandmaster hit the leg drop off the top ropes. How he pinned him. There were shenanigans before that led up to it. It was confusion. The Hollies were fighting each other like always, so there was a little.
Yeah. Christian takes out Grandmaster with an inverted DDT. Christian takes out Crash with that's called the Unprettier, right? That was his finisher.
Yeah, now
I don't think they named it, but I don't.
They didn't at this time, but it becomes the Unprettier. Then becomes the Kill Switch. He still calls it the Kill Switch.
That's right, the Kill Switch Engage.
Yep.
And then Hardcore Holly counters a victory roll and wins the match.
Yeah. But a lot of fun, a lot of chaos. I liked when it was down to Edge and or Jeff and Christian, and they were doing like some of each other's tags moves together, like they did the boy thing together with the guy in the corner and jumping off the other guy. And
it was like they didn't lose their other tag team partner because they were doing some great tag team.
And we got the whole spot where Too Cool's busy beating up one guy, and the Hollies are trying to argue over who gets to beat up the other guy because that's what they do for the fighting cousins. And the commentary, there were a couple times that it sounded like JR was legit getting pissed off at the King, and it
did seem like it. Yeah.
Because he kept talking about Austin, and then the lawyers called him heartless and shit. He's like, "You don't care about anybody but Austin." Okay.
When King tried saying that if I got hit by a car, you wouldn't care about me.
Yeah. And then
JR's like, where do you get this information?
And the shit with the Grandmaster and at one point he said something about Austin's health update, and Jerry Lawler was like, "I'm interested more about his football career than I am that."
Yeah.
Oh, the football. But the Grandmaster sexy thing too, playing with that on the laugh, he was laughing, and JR said something about Did he laugh like that when he was a baby? And King was like, "How would I know?"
Yeah.
But then, like, Sexy tried to went to hit the running bulldog, and the King was like, "I wonder where he learned that. I used to do that when I was younger." That whole thing was always great because Grandmaster looks like Jerry Lawler, and that fucking laugh came from Jerry Lawler too. Like,
yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. But but hey, there's 8 guys in this match, and 6 of them are still here, so that's pretty good in wrestling. Only Crash and Grandmaster are gone. So.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I didn't know Crash was dead.
Yeah, he was. I don't want to say. I think he took his own life. I could be wrong, but it was young. It was young. It wasn't long after he was gone from WWE that he passed away. So, yeah. And of course, the same thing with Grandmaster. I don't think he took his own life, but it was drugs. Anyway, it was a fun match. Another fun match. Another great Survivor. This felt like a Survivor Series. That's what I love about it.
Yeah,
it felt like
this
felt like a Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm really liking the Survivor Series because of the actual Survivor Series matches.
Yeah. And not only did you have the Hollies, fighting each other like they always do, but there were teases of Edge and Christian and the Hardys having little, like, it was almost like they were trying to one-up each other, and it kept causing problems in the match. So there was story there too, where they were working together, but there was still a little bit of, good storytelling, I guess is my point. It's been a really fun Survivor Series.
Yeah,
for sure. This is another good match. I'm gonna give this 4 worms because we got to see the worm. We got to see the worm, baby.
I'm gonna go with the this 450 splash.
Oh, dude, I've never seen Hardy do that either. I thought he was going for the swanton.
I know. I thought I was gonna see a swanton too, and then I got that. I was like, and by the way, I'm pretty sure it's a 360 because a 360 is where you just. I mean, you go 360 degrees. You get 450. You would have to go one full rotation and then half.
Oh, that's right.
I think the 450 is normally a backwards one where you land on the splash.
Somebody did that. That used to be a finisher for someone, but I don't remember who. Somebody used to do a 450. It was probably.
I think it was just a 360.
I think you're right. That was only 360, but I've still never seen Jeff do that.
I know. I don't think I have either. Well, every time he does stuff like that, normally it's just a swanton, which, don't get me wrong, love the swanton, but...
And that's what I thought he was going for, but nope.
Does he do the swanton at this time? Has he maybe not developed that finisher yet?
I'm pretty sure we've seen the swanton before. Just something, maybe it was Survivor Series, and he's like, hey, I gotta pick up my game. He balled up like Sonic the Hedgehog and dropped that shit.
Maybe. I don't know.
But another great Survivor Series match for sure. We have 2 matches remaining. There was a segment after you probably didn't see the segment yet, did you? Because of the commercials.
Where JR was asking to Shane McMahon.
Oh, okay, you did see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I did see it.
About an Austin update. They gave one, and then the question was asked. So, is it a one-on-one main event? Shane said no.
It will be a triple threat. And I just realized while doing all my pictures and everything, I do know who the third person is.
Oh, yeah, I do too, but we don't want to give away any 20-year-old spoilers.
It's literally in a bunch of Survivor Series cover arts.
Yeah, it is. So, all right, well, we're going to move on next. Before the main event, we got a tag team title match. Get to see one of our favorites, the Outlaws.
All right.
Let's do it.
As evil Outlaws.
Evil Outlaw. Evil.
Although, you know what? All of DX came out in that match with Kane and X-Pac besides Badass Billy Gunn.
Yeah, we haven't seen Billy all night. I thought about that too. We haven't seen China, who's not technically DX, but we did not see Billy in any of these.
All right.
Segments. So, yeah, let's check it out. All right, so here we go. Our next match is for the tag team title. Should be titles. Did you notice that when the Outlaws came out, they only had 1 belt?
It did not.
Yeah. They only had 1 belt when they came out. Only Road Dogg was carrying a belt. And I'm sure you noticed for Mr. S, that was kind of pretty plain attire he was wearing.
He wasn't wearing Generation X. Yeah. I did notice that.
Nothing. No lips on his gear, nothing. Well, yeah, his luggage did not make it to the arena. So his gear and his belt Did not make it. What he wore was gear, his extra gear he always had in his carry-on with him. That's why everything was just plain black trunks, black knee pads. There were no lips on anything, and they only had one tag belt when they came out. Yeah. So that was why. Yeah. Little luggage loss. Not only was it weird he wore the plain gear, but I think that's why he kept his shirt on, because he had a T-shirt on, one of his shirts on, and it was like the only thing that had anything on it. Like, we've never seen him really. He doesn't normally wear shirts unless he has one of those see-through deals on. He normally takes his shirt off. Yeah, he lost his gear. They just ignored it, though. They didn't say anything. They just pretended like everything was fine. They didn't say anything about it.
I thought it was weird. Like, I thought it was going into the narrative that that Billy Gunn wasn't part of any of this stuff. Like, maybe he's like not liking the direction DX was going. Like, I thought that was going to be. I thought that was part of the storyline. But you're saying he just
lost luggage.
Lost his out.
Just lost luggage. Yeah. Yep. But
interesting.
Entertaining match, and this is. I'll tell you what my favorite part of this whole match was, and this is just wrestling, kids. The good guys did all the heel shit. Al Snow and Mankind were the heels the whole time, using chairs, just cheating any way they can. But it's okay because they're the good guys, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Well, I don't think Al Snow can have a match without Head being involved.
Well, he had to use Head, but the chairs to Road Dogg him out. They were just beating the shit out of Road Dogg pretty much the whole time.
He's always trying to get ahead in life. These are the jokes I always made at the Trail of Nightmares, okay?
That one deserved I know that's where your connection is. You have that bond with Al. You understand.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you understand it. Billy actually got some head in this match, but he still kicked out. How about that, huh?
He did.
He survived the head.
He did survive the
Of course, it was a great match. I don't remember Mankind and Al Snow teaming up, but they made a good team.
I don't remember it either. That's why I assumed they didn't win.
Yeah, and they didn't. They did not win. The Outlaws are still your champions after this match and a ref distraction. And I can't even remember, the finish happened so fast, but I believe there was a famous involved. Oh, they spike pile drive him. How could I forget that?
Oh, yeah.
They gave him a fucking spike pile driver, which I'm pretty sure you weren't even allowed to do at this time. I'm guessing they got permission, or they just said, fuck it, because they're DX. But I'm pretty sure that was a banned move at this time in WWE. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
I don't think you were allowed to do pile drivers at all after the whole Owen Hart, Steve Austin thing, at least for a while. I mean, that went there for a while. You weren't allowed to do it.
Yeah,
so that
for
was
the
kind
longest
of
time, it was just Undertaker was allowed.
Yeah.
Which is just dawned on me. There is no Undertaker on this pay-per-view.
No, still to this day, the Undertaker is the only one allowed to use the tombstone, which made it even I mean, it is Cena, but that made it even more shocking that Cena did that tombstone at the pay-per-view. But he is John Cena, so yeah.
He is John Cena.
You're right. No Undertaker around in this one. He's not around, or is he? He could be in the main event, but he's not, because we already know who is. It's not.
Yeah, unless he shows up in the main event, we don't.
That was a nice commentary moment, by the way. They were talking about who the third man would be, and Waller was like, "Well, I can't do it because that'd leave you here alone in commentary, and that'd be a disaster."
Yeah, they were also talking a lot about how Billy Gunn wasn't, like, they brought up the things that we were just bringing up, that Billy Gunn did not show up at all in any of these DX segments.
Yeah. So that could still be the angle they're going. I mean, they could still be doing the angle you were talking about. I'm just pointing out that the gear and the belt just happened to be there. His luggage didn't come, but they were definitely playing it kind of like Billy's not filming the DX thing. He wasn't around the whole time. But I think if I remember right, they're trying to make you think Billy was the one in the car.
Mm-hmm. That's clearly where they were.
Yeah,
where they were going with all this.
Yeah. So, but the New Age Outlaws in the end retain. It was a fun match. We got to see Mr. Psycho. We got to see Head. You can't beat that. At least Head didn't get robbed. They didn't win, so Head's not going to get robbed of another victory. Head just doesn't get enough credit. Head should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? But another decent match. I'm going to give this 3 heads.
3 heads?
3 heads.
I think I liked it a little bit more then, because I'm going to go with 3.5 spike pile drivers.
Spike pile driver, man, out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, shit. I was like, I was like watching that. I'm like, have they ever used a spike driver?
I don't think I've ever seen the Outlaws do a spike pile driver. No, this is just a pay-per-view of busted out stuff we never see.
Yeah, it has been a little crazy, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it's been good, other than that one match. But
yeah, so I forgot to mention that when I was looking things up, and it wasn't even for that match. I was just looking up for other things with this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It popped up in a picture as worst matches of pay-per-views list again. The women's Survivor Series
match. Yeah, there's a shock.
Yeah. Shocker. It was on a list of worst matches of all time.
Might be on another one by the time we're done here. Might be on another list of that worst matches. So all right, well. It is main event time. We don't know who the ref's going to be because it was supposed to be Vince. And we don't know who the third man's going to be, but it will still be a triple threat. So let's find out. The shocking thing is I know how this pay-per-view ends, and I think that that's going to be the shocker more than anything else. But I know who walks out champ. So spoiler. All right, well, let's do it. Let's watch the main event. Well, real quick before we get to this train wreck of a main event, I looked something up because I don't like to be wrong or just throw things out there. So Big Show's father actually passed away before he was even a wrestler. His dad passed away in 1992 from cancer. So,
okay, so this wasn't a new thing that he was dealing with. Okay, no. So this was just okay.
Yeah,
I was just thinking like if his father literally was in the process of passing away. Like
that'd be rough. Yeah,
that'd be rough.
Yeah,
to do this shit while you're dealing with your dad's passing.
But again, though, that makes it kind of worse because, like, who the fuck was is this event? Who's sitting around going, "I got an idea. Let's make a feud over your dad's death."
It's possible that they pitched it without even knowing whether he was alive or dead.
Okay, the dog food thing didn't work out very well, boss man. Now let's just talk about a dead dad. Let's do that now. Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
There's nothing funnier than a good dead dad, I guess.
Here goes our main event with Rock, Triple H, and now Big Show fighting for the championship. It's everything you want in a triple threat match, all over the fucking place. One of the best spots had to be the double suplex. Big Show through the table. They did a double suplex through the table with Big Show. Triple H hit his head on the fucking table when they did it too. I'm like, oh, but that wasn't.
That was nice. Cool.
Yeah, they fought everywhere. And I love the fact the crowd got excited when they got near them. Like once they were fighting out in the crowd, every time they got near a section, that section was just like, yeah, fucking kick his ass right in front of me. Yes. Yeah. Yes. But the thing I didn't remember and the thing I didn't see coming was the ending. Earl Hebner was knocked out at one point, so Shane came out to take over as the referee. Yeah. Normally I'm the face. But there was a spot where Triple H was going to use the belt and Shane took it from him, and I'm going to be on the heel side here. That's not okay. This is a triple threat. There's no DQs. Triple H has every right to use the championship belt if he wants to.
Yeah, but they also think that Triple H is the one that took out their cash cow. I mean,
well, they did. There goes our money. So needless to say, Shane got a pedigree for his efforts. You're right, though. They're mad at him because they took out the money man. They took out the money. So Shane's out. We need a new ref, and who else comes out but Mr. McMahon? And wasn't it a little awkward though? Like the belt shot was fine, but like he went to get him the first time and he missed. But when Triple H turned around, Big Show was there, so he just turned right back around and took the belt to the face.
I thought that was cool, actually.
It was kind of cool though. It made sense because he turned around and saw Big Show and was like, "Oh fuck," because Big Show looked like a beast in this match.
The belt might have been a nicer idea than whatever Big Show's fist was about to pummel into him.
Whoa, cut that. What? And I'm curious. I want to look at something here. Let's see. Why I'm being a professional. I know Big Show. I want to see how old Big Show is here. He's still young. Let's see.
Well, it's a Big Show.
So in 1999, Paul White is 27 years old, and he just won the WWF championship, and he's already been the WCW champion. So 27 years old. This man's been world champion in the two major wrestling promotions, and he wasn't even a fucking wrestler when he started. So
that's cool.
That. They were mentioning The Rock. I think this was 27 too. I can't picture for one even looking like this at 27 years old, like any of these guys. And I damn sure can't imagine being on a pay-per-view in a major championship match at 27 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it was a fun match. It was a fun main event. It's everything you wanted out of a triple threat. And it totally made sense for Vince to come out and screw Triple H out of the title. If I remember correctly, they put it on the big show because, of course, Austin's legit hurt and The Rock's going to film another movie. So, so.
I thought, I lost my train of thought.
You did lose your train
Yeah.
of thought. I also couldn't see you for a minute. When you move a certain way, you just disappeared.
Oh, shoot. Well, that's because I'm doing my best John Cena impression.
Yes, which he's very good at. She just didn't know it. He's an excellent John Cena impressionist. So we were going to go on the core storyline. All of DX came out this time, by the way. Even Mr. Ass. They did all come out this time.
Everybody but China. But China was on the video.
As far as I know, China is not DX at this juncture, from what I remember. When she gets with Kitty, she's not DX anymore.
She doesn't seem like she's with DX.
Yeah,
but they haven't changed. They haven't changed the Triple H video package either. So
no. She's already had that package anyway.
Oh, what I was going to say is before you just told me that when his dad actually passed away, I was like, man, did they just put the title on him because he just lost his dad? Like, was this like a nice gesture? And then, you're telling me, no, that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was still probably a nice gesture. Like, thanks for going along. So we're going to,
maybe that is what they were like. It's like, hey, we want you to do this really messed up storyline, but we will give you the title if you do it. So
I'm going to give this main event 4 belt shots from Mr. McMahon.
I am going to give this 4 sympathy wins.
4 sympathy wins. We're sorry for your dad that died 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Although I'm also a little disappointed, by the way.
Yeah.
I purposely waited to put this graphic up, and you haven't even noticed
it.
I
noticed what you did.
Yeah.
You're just sad because I didn't suck your dick over it. I'm sorry.
That is absolutely correct. Yes.
I saw what you did. I saw that you X'd out Austin. Sometimes I like to see if the audience pays attention.
My dick is still very dry. I'm very sad.
I don't always like to give that. I don't always like to give that stuff away. Sometimes I just like to know if people are paying attention.
I was hoping to get the reaction on the show, which is why I specifically did not send it to you through Facebook. I waited to put it up because I wanted a live reaction, and I just was very disappointed.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Of course, it's an amazing graphic. They always are.
Thank you.
They're always amazing. Jeez.
I got to learn how to suck my own dick, I guess.
I can do it myself.
Yeah. Just break a rib or something like on Marilyn Manson.
That wasn't true.
I know it's not, but it's still.
He could suck his own dick, but he didn't break a rib. No, the dick was just that big.
Only the journey there was a lie.
That's right. It was only the rib was the false part. Whatever. Look, I'll tell you all right now. Here's an insider, ladies. If any dude could suck his dick, he'd probably never leave the house.
I don't know. You still have to get past the whole sucking.
I don't even want to know if I can. I'm good. Anyway,
I mean, your hand's one thing, but your mouth, I don't know.
Wrong podcast.
Yeah.
Did we both rank this? Good Lord.
If you suck your own dick, is that gay?
Is
that technically gay? Or is it masturbation?
That's a whole different show.
I mean, and technically, if you're masturbating, that's not considered gay, is it?
No.
Find out more on our new podcast.
Yeah.
Is it gay?
Next week on our education segment that we're going to add to the show.
We'll bring in gay experts to talk about is it gay.
Come on, kids. It's time for Blaze's Corner.
And by gay expert, I mean just some random gay person I happen to know.
Cut that. You know what? I got a great idea. Let's pick some matches. Why don't we just do
that? You want to actually do what we come here to do? Got it.
Let's just go ahead and take it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Let's move on.
Favorite match of the night.
Oh, cut that. Oh man, okay. Now that I got myself back together here, favorite match of the night.
I don't know. This is a tough one. There's a lot of good ones.
There were a lot of good matches. The easy way out is always to pick the main event. Yeah, which was good.
It was.
Don't get me wrong. But
would not blame you at all.
I'm not going to pick the main event though. That's the easy way out. But that's all I'm going to pick.
Okay.
As great as it was. Me personally, my favorite match of the night was Chyna and Jericho for the Intercontinental title.
A great choice. A great
choice. Finishes back and forth. The crowd loved it. Yeah, that's my match of the night.
Now I could just go with the main event, but I'm not going to. This is a Survivor Series, and I love. You know how I feel about Survivor Series matches.
Yeah. So you got.
I'm gonna go with Edge and Christian, Matt Hardy and the Hardy Boys versus the Hollies and Too Cool. It was a lot of fun. It was exactly what I love in a Survivor Series match. We got some unlikely pairings, especially with the Hardys and Christian and Jeff Hardy losing their tag team partners and carrying most of the match.
From Hardy. No.
Yes, you're just adding numbers to that.
I am. It keeps going up. That probably was the best Survivor Series match on the card. Actual Survivor Series match. That was probably the best one. Yeah.
And you kind of see why Big Show had such a quick one because, hey, he's about to do another match.
Yeah.
So
which I'm sure they knew. Yeah, they obviously knew. We didn't know, but they obviously
knew. Yeah, they knew.
This might be the first time. I would have to go back and listen to everything. This might be the first time either one of us has picked the main event. Maybe not.
I don't think it's the first time because there's been times where both of us agree, like another match.
Oh, okay. So it has happened.
And not only that, but we've had some shit main events. In fact, I've made the main event my worst match before. So it definitely has happened. Like we don't always pick the main event.
Gotcha.
That's the easy way. It probably is more than any other, but we definitely don't just do it.
All right. Well, speaking of just do it, let's pick the worst.
Worst match of the night.
Let me think. No, I'm not going to think. It was the women's match. I mean, you don't even got to think about it.
I considered trying to find something else, but no, they're really because the other matches, none of them were bad enough to even. We were worried about that Kane and X-Pac match. Even that was really fun. It's really short, but really fun.
Really fun, yeah. And the Big Show one was short, but made sense because it was a monster out there just dominating.
Yeah.
I literally think this is one of those shows where there is nothing else that you could.
No, I didn't.
Not the worst, that's for sure. Nothing else.
Like that finish was just. If it wasn't, it was bad.
I would have put Deborah and Terry in the ring at some point just for entertainment, since you weren't having a real fucking match anyway. That's what the crowd wants to see.
It's clear that they know that. It's clear that they're like at this point where we got to show the women because women like the tits or men like the tits.
Some women do too.
We have to. Some women do too. True, fair enough. But at the same time, we don't respect or want them to take up most of this pay-per-view. So we're literally just sending you out there to get that horny factor.
Yeah,
that's 100% what it is.
Get that women's moment in there.
Yep. It's just a woman's moment. It's like, let's do their entrances. Their entrances was longer than the match. So everybody can come out and essentially model like it's a freaking supermodel thing.
Yeah. Not good. For sure. Not good.
Yeah. They are not concerned about having actual good wrestling matches with women. That changes, hopefully. That will change. Will start to change pretty soon, but at this present time, no. It's the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, now we have to do some ranking. I remembered.
You remembered?
I even have my ranking.
Survivor Series rankings. Nice. He has done it again. That's the first time I saw that one, folks. First time I saw that video. Oops, he did it again.
Oops, I did it again.
All right, here we go.
Well, logically, I was like, you know what? November is right after Halloween. And I was like, all these Thanksgiving ones seem kind of lame. So
we can use all the horror we want. It's our show.
And not only that, but you can just think of it like this: survive. What's one of the most popular ways of surviving? A horror movie surviving. So it made sense in my life.
I got it. Yeah, makes sense to me. All right. Well, here we go.
Now I got to find my rankings.
I'll start reading mine while you're looking for yours. Going to start with the best to worst, like we always do. And here we go. At number 1, I have Survivor Series 1998. Number 2, I have Survivor Series 96. At number 3, I have Survivor Series 97. At number 4, I have this one. Survivor Series 99 is now number 4. Number 5 is Survivor Series 92. Number 6 is Survivor Series 94. At 7, I got Survivor Series 93. 8, I have Survivor Series 90. 9, I have Survivor Series 95. 10, I have Survivor Series 91. 11, Survivor Series 89. 12, Survivor Series 88. And dead last is the very first Survivor Series, 1987.
So I respect the fact that you did the years. However, I am going to have to go through some things to do that. So I have the numbers.
That's fine. Yeah. That's what I used to do, but I find with some of them, like Survivor Series, some of them it's easier if I put the years there than trying to number them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I need to start putting like what the main event was or what was the signature thing from that show.
Right. Like some of you just know like 97 was the screw job, but yeah, sometimes it's hard to remember like why you put that there. Sure.
Yeah. So I don't go from the best to worst. I go worst to first. And let's see here. We're going to do the apps. In 13th place, I have Survivor Series 1, which would be what, 1997? Or 1987, I think was the first one, correct?
Yeah.
In 12th place, I have Survivor Series 7. In 11th place, I have Survivor Series 9. In 10th place, I have Survivor Series 8. In 9th place, I have Survivor Series 2. In 8th place, I have Survivor Series 5. In 7th place, I have Survivor Series 6. In 6th place, I have the screw job. That was Survivor Series 11, correct?
Yes.
Survivor Series 3 in 5th place. Survivor Series 4 in 4th place. In 3rd place, I have Survivor Series 12. That's 1998. In 2nd place, I have Survivor Series 10, which is 1996. And I have this as my top one. I thought this was really good. I really, really liked it.
Excellent. Well, there you go. Our Survivor Series rankings. We picked, ranked, and watched, and we're going to talk about a little tease here next week. We are going back to WCW. We are going to jump off the pay-per-view wagon for a minute because we discussed the fact we want to see all 3 matches in the Flair Steamboat trilogy. So we will actually be watching Clash of the Champions 6 Ragin' Cajun, which is the 2nd match in the Steamboat Flair trilogy. So that's what we will be watching next week. Good stuff. The Ragin' Cajun. And as I told you, people, if you weren't WCW fans, didn't know Clash of the Champions was always a TV special, so it was like a pay-per-view, but it was always on TV for free on TBS. They were like 2 hours long usually, but they were like, kind of like a Saturday night's main event, I guess.
We got a short one next week, is what you're saying.
Listen, buddy, no short ones around here. Anyway, yes, it could be a shorter one. Yes, because it's not a full pay-per-view. So that will be next week, and now we can plug some pluggables.
You can find me at Dragon Blazer Productions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find me at Dragon Blazer Pro on the X. Also the TikTok Dragon Blazer Productions. That is where you can find me.
We are at Boomer and Blaze Show on Facebook, TikTok, Insta, YouTube. But on that darn X, we are at Boomer_Blaze. So there you go. Look, we did it. We did it. And we only missed a few, we had a few little glitches because you forgot how to do it, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when your damn boss decides, ooh, I want to have a life outside of work. I want to go on vacation.
Next week, folks, when I'm advertising the GoFundMe I'll need, because this guy gets me fired, just make sure you give. Let's start GoFundMe next week. Just joking. My boss will never, ever, ever. There's no chance my boss listens to this. So
I'd like to think your boss would find these. I mean, I'm clearly being.
Oh yes.
I'm joking.
I'm just pulling your shade. Besides, there's nothing wrong with GoFundMe for the show.
Go ahead and go fund them. I mean, that's
Boomer and Blaze on the road, baby. We've talked about this.
Go fund me too, because I didn't get a chance to, I didn't get a chance to record those 2 weeks. So,
That's right.
For emotional damage, I could use a GoFundMe as well.
Emotional damage, I love it.
Emotional damage.
He's so fragile. You can't help it.
Fragile.
All right, well, we did it. It was good to be back in the chair. So we will see you next week. Until then, this has been the Boomer and Blaze Show. I am Boomer.
And I'm Blaze.
And good night from Dragon Blazer Studios.
Have a nice day. No bad day, damn it. See, this is all your boss's fault. This is your boss's fault. Pew pew.